So this is my good reliable wired keyboard where I've just plugged it onto the desktop computer, because whenever I'm doing BIOS configuration, I like to have a wired one so it connects once the computer starts up, because Bluetooth keyboard sometimes doesn't connect. The other good thing is that the function keys, see all these function keys? They are purely function keys. If I press F2, I know I'm pressing F2. Unlike new Bluetooth keyboard nowadays, they come packed with all these features. So I kind of have to press the function and I'm not sure if I'm really pressing F2 or am I pressing the multimedia keys. So this is my C drive. I have a 500 gig C drive, but I've always been running out of space. Recently, I've just freed up 50 gig deleting a bunch of my videos for my YouTube. And I've been doing this so many times. This is the reason why I bought the Samsung SSD 870 EVO SATA drive. So to increase the space on my desktop PC. And together I bought the SATA 3.0 6 GHz SATA cable as well to plug into the motherboard. And I have ran out of the mounting space for my SSD drive. So I bought this SABRENT bay bracket. It's basically to mount the 2.5 SSD onto the slot of my 3.5 hard disk bay. Hi everyone, welcome to another Sky Perspective video. So I'm just opening up my PC now. I'm kind of like at the planning stage because I wanted to make sure I have the right slots and cables and mounting bay. So first step, I'm going to shut down the PC. It is still running and I wouldn't want to short circuit anything. Let me shut it down first. I've shut down the PC already. See, the fan is not running anymore. And this is the 2 SSD drive that I've been using for a long time. And they are plugged onto the SATA ports at the back. I don't know if you can see that. There are still 2 available slots beside there. So I'm going to use one of those slots. So remember the slot that I showed you on my motherboard? Inside my motherboard, this angle SSD will be very useful because once I plug it in, the cable will start running to the back. And then the other end of this cable is meant to connect to the SSD. So see this right angle slot? The cable is meant to go in this way. And it should click in and it shouldn't come up. There is a safety catch. So in order to pull the cable out, we will need to press this safety catch before we can disconnect it. So I'm going to open up the other side of my desktop. I don't know if you can see. This is the 3.5 inch hard disk bay. And remember, my motherboard is over here and the SATA slot is just right here. So with the angle SATA cable, what I intend to do is plug it onto the motherboard, run the cable downwards, and this will be my 3.5 inch hard disk bay. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking for the power supply to see if there is any available power socket. So this cable is the power supply cable that comes out of the power box, the power supply, running all the way into the front of the SSD drive. And remember the SSD that I've got, the power supply slot is over here and it should fit this slot. And notice there is also this right angle design to prevent us from plugging it in the wrong way. So there's only one way we can plug into the power supply. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out my messy cables, make 2 of my SSD in front share one cable so I can free up one of the power supply cable and run that cable into the 3.5 hard disk bay over here. So where I am is I have removed away the front cover of the CPU, and yeah, I've swapped over the two power supply of this SSD and freed up one of the power supply cable. And if I zoom in a little, there you go, I have put in my SSD SATA cable. So at the back, it looks like this. So this is the SATA cable that I'll be putting into the SSD drive later. And this is the power supply cable that I have freed up. So there are two levels of the hard disk bay that I can sit this in. So I can put it on the lower level, or I can put it on the higher level. So what I've planned to do is to do it on the higher level so that there is more airflow. So one of the tips that I suggest is we should try to plug in the SSD drive to see if it's working before we put everything and mount everything into the into the 3.5-inch bay. The reason is because if it doesn't work, we don't need to tear everything up again. So what I've got here is I have started up the PC, and look at this. The SATA slot number 3 have detected the 870 EVO 1TB SSD, which is my new SSD. And the good thing is slot number 4 and 6, they are the two old SSD drive, and I have pulled up their power supply and plugged back in their power supply, and judging from the BIOS detecting all three of them, I think they are all good to go. So here we go. I have mounted the SSD drive onto the bracket, and then I've mounted the bracket into the 3.5-inch hard disk bay. Now it's time to tidy up all this cable and put the CPU casing back. After we assemble the casing, the last two things will be to check the BIOS has detected the new SSD drive and format it and set a drive letter to the new SSD drive. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System, that is the basic software that comes with the motherboard. Windows runs on top of the BIOS, so we need to make sure that the BIOS has recognized the SSD drive. Then in Windows, we run the disk management, also known as Create and Format Hard Disk Partition application. We should be able to see the new SSD drive disk because the BIOS has recognized it. So just right click and format the disk. And after finish formatting, we need to assign it a drive letter. In my case, I've already assigned it to my computer's D drive. I hope you find this video useful as much as I enjoy sharing useful content with all of you. Please give this video a like so it can be useful to an even wider audience. Your support helps me create more content like this. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.